Hey guys, Jeremy here, and this is a manual coffee grinder sent to me at no charge for this review. So first thing I want to do is just show you all the components of the grinder, how to take it apart, how to clean it, and then we're going to grind some beans and prepare ourselves a cup of espresso. Now, the handle does come off, and it's a pretty solid handle, and then the end of the handle is a piece of walnut wood. Got a great feel to it. Now you've also got grind settings here from 0 to 12, and I've got it set currently on a 4, and we're going to be changing that today because when I used this yesterday, it was not the right grind. So you got, as I said, 0 to 12 grind settings. Here is going to be your powder basket, or where all the grinds are going to go after the beans have been ground. You can see I got a little bit in there right now, but here's what I want you to notice is that on the bottom side here, it is going to tell you which way to go for your fine and your coarse. And if you can't figure it out, you can just watch this little plate right here. As it opens up, that's going to be more coarse, and the tighter it gets, it's going to be more fine. Okay, so we're going to go with a fine grind here today, and we're going to set it on about a 2 because yesterday's cup was not extracted correctly. Now, if you want to clean the burrs that's in here, so what we're going to do here is we're going to put our thumb on the bottom plate, then we're going to lift up here and we're going to turn clockwise to pull all this out. Now, you want to be careful when you do it because there is a spring in there and a washer, okay? So we're pulling the tightening nut off, and then everything's going to come out the bottom. And then here's the washer or the bearing that goes on top. And then you can see the grinder on the inside. You can use a brush to clean that out, and they do give you a brush for that. Now, the other components are right here. Here's your burr grinder right here. And you want to use your brush to clean that out on a regular basis as well. So putting everything back, we're going to put it back the same way we took it apart. And so to get this on here correctly, you're going to have to push. Now notice, we're going to push with our thumb to get that all the way up there. Now we're going to put our powder cup in here. And then I've already got 20 grams of beans measured out. We're going to go ahead and dump that in the top here. Okay, so you're going to know when it's done because you won't hear any more beans grinding in here. So let me show you what this looks like. Now this is on a 2 grind, and that's a fairly fine grind there. It's kind of hard to see that. So I've got check this out. So I have a 58 millimeter portafilter, and you can just put that right over the top just like that, and check that out. Boom, now you can see the grind, and we're going to go ahead and get this tamped down at 30 pounds of pressure is what I like to use here. So I do like to use a puck screen on my espresso. Okay, so what we saw there was an over extraction, which means I'm going to need to change my grind from a 2 to a 3. I went from a 4 to a 2, and that was just a little bit too much. We're going to see what we got here in 30 seconds. So I got about 25 grams. My cup weighs 105. So if you was to subtract 105, you got about 26 grams of output, where I should have about 36 grams of output. So just a little shot here is all it is. We'll give it a try. It's probably going to be a little strong and bitter. Pretty bitter, but that's what you're going to have to do is play around, find your right grind setting, and then you're going to end with the perfect cup of espresso.